My golden child sister planned her wedding on the same day as our younger sister's graduation, so I encouraged my entire family not to go. Erin was supposed to tie together our family. She was born prematurely, so I understand that my parents coddled her to some level, but it goes beyond that. Growing up, despite the fact that there were already 5 kids in the house, her needs were always prioritized before ours. Her birthdays became much more important, and my parents spent far more time with her than with any of us. This has made her feel quite entitled. Erin is getting married, and she recently informed us that the date has been moved forward due to a cancellation. However, the new date coincides with my second youngest sister Nadia's high school graduation. Erin felt sympathetic, but she'd already committed to the date, and the invitations had been produced. My parents said that they would have to miss Nadia's graduation. We were all sympathetic to Nadia, but I didn't think it was purposeful. You know, Nadia later told me and my older brother Leo that she was present when Erin received the cancellation call, and when Erin suggested a new date, Nadia informed him that she was graduating that day. But Erin just laughed and agreed to the date anyway. As much as I hate to admit it, this sounds like a typical Erin move. She scheduled her engagement party for the night of Nadia's 18th birthday and announced it at my oldest sister's wedding. It's all about her. When I asked Erin about this, she responded that Nadia's high school graduation wasn't important. She wanted to marry the love of her life sooner, and our family had already attended numerous high school graduations by this point. Here's what gets me the most. Natty has been looking forward to this for a long time. She's seen all of us graduate and have massive festivities hosted by our parents. I asked Nadia what she wanted, and she answered she just wanted to have her day. So I told my family that Nadia and I would not be attending the wedding. My brother Leo has also dropped out. Everyone is upset. Erin is upset. And I didn't help matters by telling her that I could watch our other siblings get married because it's all the same to her. Mom is trying to persuade me to attend the wedding because graduation isn't as significant, but I feel like if I don't, it would set a precedent in Nadia's life that she will always be valued less than Erin. I've received messages calling me an asshole, a fool, and so on. They advise me to stand up and be a good brother, but that is exactly what I am doing. My son is set to be the ring bearer, but given how my family is behaving, I'm thinking about pulling him out of the wedding too. My father has assured Nadia that he will take her to dinner after the wedding. Nadia is currently staying with me since her mother won't quit cornering her. Update. It has been 2 days after the wedding, and a lot has happened. So last Friday, Leo and I went to speak with our parents and my golden child sister Erin. I wanted to inform them that I would be withdrawing my kid from the wedding. Our elder siblings also showed up, so it was the 4 of us that stood up for our younger sister Nadia. Leo had spoken to them the night before, helping them see things through Nadia's eyes. Apparently, they didn't realize Erin had chosen the date on purpose. There was a lot of yelling. Erin accused me of attempting to undermine her wedding. Our parents tried to persuade me to let them take my son to the wedding, but I stayed firm. I felt stronger with my elder siblings by my side. After all, Erin and I are only 2 years apart. Fortunately, the oldest, Lydia, was present. Her statements carried more weight as the eldest, and she didn't give Erin or my parents the opportunity to disagree when she told them that Erin chose the date on purpose, acknowledged it in front of me and Leo, and that this was usual behavior for her. Lydia warned them that if they continued to favor Erin so openly, the rest of us would avoid contact. Our father began yelling, not at us but at Erin, which surprised us. I had never seen him so angry before, and to see it focused toward Erin was shocking. Our mother begged us to go. We didn't hear from anyone on that side until Monday, when Erin's fiancé George invited us to meet at our parents' home. He apologized to Nadia. He had no idea that the wedding and graduation coincided, nor did he realize that Erin did it on purpose. Our dad was the one who told him. What ensued was a lengthy conversation in which we all expressed our frustration. I told our parents that we all believed Erin was more valuable to them than any of us. Her artwork was always displayed on the refrigerator, whereas ours was stored in a drawer. I informed them that, as a mom, I couldn't imagine treating my child that way. Erin argued. She said that we were attempting to turn her into a horrible man, turn our parents against her, and destroy her wedding. Our mother advised her to be quiet since it was time for us to discuss. George stepped in and informed us that he did not expect us to attend the wedding, but we were welcome to attend the reception. He went so far as to add that he hoped he could have canceled the wedding entirely, but it would have cost him more money than he had spent by moving it forward. Mom's willingness to hear us lasted less than 24 hours. By Tuesday, she had begged us to reconsider. Apparently, our feelings were irrelevant in the light of Erin's extreme stress and the possibility that people would question our absence on the big day. I haven't spoken with my mother since, but I did ask my father to bring me some of Nadia's belongings. because she will be staying with me full time. We have formally ended all communication with our mother. On Wednesday, Dad brought Nadia out to celebrate her early graduation. They had a daddy-daughter date, which I believe she truly needed. He apologized for a variety of things and told her he wanted to do the same for the rest of us. But Wednesday was all about her. I'm glad she had that one-on-one time with him. She was glad to see me. In our sibling group conversation, she stated that she believes Dad will try to mend fences with us, even if Mom will not. Dad also arrived early yesterday morning to offer Nadia flowers. He told her how proud he was of her. George even called while preparing for his big day to congratulate Nadia, which I greatly enjoyed. We haven't heard from Mom or Aaron. Our paternal grandmother ended up attending the graduation with us. It was a wonderful day. We didn't think about the wedding or Aaron. We simply had fun together. My son got to wear his aunt's hat and gown, and he almost drowned in the fabric. Our grandmother also tried on the helmet. We took images and forwarded them to our father, who used them in a Facebook post. He wrote to congratulate Aaron on her wedding and Nadia on her graduation, and we joked about how that must have irritated our newlywed sister. We went out to supper, and as siblings we gave Nadia money for a week away with her best friend. Things are going great right now, but I doubt Aaron will keep things that way. Update 2. It has been 5 months since all of this occurred. There has been so much destruction that it is astounding. So, shortly after their wedding, my sister Erin and her husband George went on their honeymoon, and their absence caused our mother to go crazy. She wasn't used to not having anyone around. Someone was always visiting, usually Erin, but the rest of us would go out of responsibility and to see our youngest sisters, Nadia and Lexi. Mom had no visits while Erin was on her honeymoon, and the rest of us were out of contact, which she truly disliked. The day after Erin left, we began receiving phone calls from her. She attempted to persuade Nadia first, which our eldest sibling Lydia saw as a clever move, because Nadia is the most shy of all of us in this situation, and hence more likely to be convinced. When Nadia turned her down, she shifted her attention to the rest of us. We all received identical phone calls from her, trying to encourage us to go visit her, understand her, and see things from Erin's eyes. She even mentioned Erin's early delivery and how fortunate she was to be alive. My other brother Josh advised her to do a better job with baby Lexi. Lydia had blocked her number. When the phone calls did not work, she began showing up at our homes. She repeated much of what she had said over the phone and before the wedding. She didn't understand what she had done wrong or why we were treating her this way. She called me ungrateful and disrespectful. She accused us of harboring unfounded jealousy for Erin and said that she loved us all equally. I did not respond to the comments. I was just trying to stop her from going inside and saying the same thing to Nadia, who was in the living room with my partner and son. Her statements did not warrant a reaction, and when she was finished, I requested that she leave as quietly as possible. But truthfully, I felt like crying. Who wouldn't feel bad with their mother yelling in their face, attempting to diminish years of grief by calling it useless jealousy? My siblings and I have been let down repeatedly by her and our father since Erin's birth. We missed out on so many things over the years, both large and small, but there was one thing they never missed, and we were content with just that one thing, our high school graduations, but they couldn't give it to Nadia. Erin broke her leg, so they were unable to attend Josh's college graduation. It was an accident, I understand, but they never made it up to him. They never praised his enormous triumph afterward, so he had to grin and bear it. Erin showed up for my baby shower because he didn't want to go and wanted to get their nails done together instead. But our jealousy is unnecessary. When I asked her to go, she changed tactics and began shouting out for my son, attempting to entice him to come to her and telling me that she had the right to see her grandson. My partner stepped in because she was enraged and took my place by the door. Mom yelled some more, but she fled after my partner threatened to call the cops. Mom tried this song and dance with my older siblings, but she got nowhere. Then came the Facebook posts, indirect rants about ungrateful individuals and how unbelievable it is that some children can turn against their parents so readily. Erin became involved while on her honeymoon and contacted Lydia to chastise her for being mean to our mother. Lydia, as I previously stated, is upset, and she has had enough. Whatever she said to Erin kept her from contacting the rest of us. There was then a Facebook post about how it hurt to be separated from a grandchild. My mother's sister called, and there was a lot of yelling, including calling my fiancé the N-word. I blocked that number. I know Dad was attempting to persuade our mother to leave us alone. He continued apologizing since she simply wasn't listening to him. Erin returned home after 2 weeks. She attempted to contact Lydia again, requesting that we all chat because we all clearly have difficulties to resolve. We did not show up. Erin was furious since she was not used to us failing to show up for her. While our mother was on the rampage, our father continued to attempt to do better for us, and he has made significant progress. He and I went out for lunch, just the two of us, got a drink, and he apologized. He didn't make a blanket apology to all of us about how sorry he is for hurting and neglecting us. Instead, he mentioned specific instances for which he wished to apologize. He reflected on all those years and identified specific situations for which he wished to apologize to me. I knew he did the same for the others, but hearing him apologize for things like canceling a fishing trip because Aaron needed him was unexpected. I never enjoyed fishing, but I wanted to go on that vacation because I had seen it on television. I'd constantly see a father and son fishing together, and I wanted to have that. I wanted Dad to prove that I was important to him. It did not happen, and I never asked again. We went fishing a few days later after he apologized. What began as a trip for the two of us quickly turned into a family outing when my siblings expressed an interest in going fishing too. My brothers first, then Nadia, and finally Lydia, who despises the scent of fish. She brought her youngest, Lexi, and I brought my kid, and it was wonderful. It was one of the happiest days of my life. I'm terrible at fishing, but I'm really good at collecting seashells. That was great. When Dad returned home, our parents had an argument. The main point of contention was Mom's confusion over why we were still in contact with him rather than her. She thought it offensive that we were trying to mend our friendship with him. She was upset because Dad wasn't pressing us to forgive her or stopping us from behaving out. She was furious that he didn't invite her and Aaron on the fishing trip, and she was even angrier when he explained that their presence would make us uncomfortable. Mom began giving us the silent treatment. My father moved out of their residence after about a month. Dad bore the brunt of her rage while we were subjected to the silent treatment, and it took a toll. He was attempting to do better for us. She was attempting to villainize us, and he eventually informed her that if she did not accept responsibility for her conduct soon, he would contact a lawyer. Mom did not take him seriously. He has been staying in Lydia's guest room since. Mom doubled down, saying he was blind for not recognizing how we were influencing him. Unlike the rest of us, Dad clearly maintains regular communication with Aaron, and according to him, she has even advised Mom to reconsider what she is doing. Unsurprisingly, Aaron's involvement prompted Mom to relent. I'm not sure if she's reflecting on how she's treated us or if she's quietly stewing.